How are you this morning, sweetie pie? I called you Beauty Bird. Even though you're not a bird, it's an expression. But the birds, the real birds, are out there. I have a bit of a scratchy throat, but I'm not getting sick. I just wanted you to know my voice might sound a little funny. But I have more things to read to you. The problem is Munchie's on my lap. But just as I started to read, she said, "Oh, Isaac, reading time? I better go sit there." And she's making biscuits, only she's making it on my arm, where there is no cloth. And she has sharp nails. But this is our Munchie right here. Munchie. Munchie right there. She's a crazy Munchie. She makes the best biscuits in the world. Any cat. Okay, this book is called Winter Bees and Other Poems of the Cold. And what's very interesting about it when I saw it is, first of all, it's so pretty. The art is just so nice. But also, we have bees. We have winter bees. And I'm wondering how they're doing on these especially cold mornings. I saw them from 3 hives. I saw them a week ago. So we know that the 3 hives were alive a week ago, 10 days ago. And now, hopefully, they still are. But it's going to be warm on Tuesday or Wednesday. So I think I'm going to go in the hive and give them some of the honey frames that I froze from this past summer. I didn't extract in case they would need it. Okay, let me reposition little Munchie here. Make sure I'm close enough to the microphone so that you can hear me. Well, this is the first one that I turned to, and it's called Big Brown Moose. And what we see a picture of is a big brown moose. And she's falling off. There's actually 3 of them. 2 of them here on the ground and 1 up in the trees. Big brown moose. I'm a big brown moose. I'm a rascally moose. I use that word. Hardly anybody uses the word rascal as an adjective, but they did in this poem. I'll start over. I'm a big brown moose. I'm a rascally moose. I'm a moose with a tough, shaggy hide, and I kick and I prance in a long-legged dance with my moose mama close by my side. I shrug off the cold. I sneeze at the wind. I swivel my ears in the snow. And I tramp and I tromp over forest and swamp, 'cause there's nowhere a moose cannot go. I'm a big brown moose. I'm a ravenous moose. As I hunt for the willow and yew, with a snort and a crunch, I rip off each bunch, and I chew, and I chew, and I chew. When together we slump in a comfortable clump, my mountainous mama and I give her a nuzzle of velvety muzzle. Our frosty breaths drift to the sky. I'm a big brown moose. I'm a slumberous moose. I'm a moose with a warm, snuggly hide, and I bask in the moon as the coyotes croon, with my moose mama close by my side. Now they have a little informational section here about moose. But first, now that I'm looking closely, I'm going to let you look closely at this picture. Just so pretty with the white trees. And do you see the wolf? Where's the wolf? Oh, that's a fox. Sorry. Looks like a red fox back in the distance. It's a beautiful picture. And now what it says about moose. Moose are built for the cold. As the largest members of the deer family, they have huge bodies that trap heat well, and their fur is dense and warm. Their stilt-like legs wade through deep snowdrifts and snow-covered brush with ease, and broad cloven hooves steady them in icy terrain. So their feet are made so that our feet wouldn't be as steady if it's icy, but their um, broad cloven hooves, the two sections, steady them in icy terrain. Winter's main challenge for moose is to find enough plant material to power their enormous bulk. They are constantly on the lookout for food. I saw a documentary on PBS that showed the challenge that it is for moose to find things to eat all throughout the winter. Um, it was something called the twig eater, moose the twig eater, because they have to find all of this. They need to eat so much, and it's hard to find food in winter. Moose cows give birth in spring to a single calf, or occasionally twins, and the calf's survival depends fully on the mother's ability to teach it the ways of the woods. Moose cow and calf are rarely apart, like in the picture. They shelter together, I lost my place, evade wolves, and use their large, sensitive noses to seek out stands of nutritious willow and poplar twigs. They remain inseparable until the following spring, when the yearling calf must leave to make way for another newborn. There it is, the wolf. I said the wolf. Why did I say the wolf? It's the moose. Okay, now let's see. Let's pick another poem. That was nice. We learned something about moose, and we had a lovely poem. Aha, this is fun. Look at this picture. You will see these in our yard. Snakes. Look at that. Whoa, Munchie's falling off. Hold on. Munchie's upside down. Munchie, you're falling off and you're upside down, you crazy girl. You crazy girl. Here you go. Here you go, baby. Just stay right here. I didn't want you to fall. I didn't want you to fall. You crazy girl. Her face looks startled, like, why was I interrupting her? You crazy girl. Beauty girl. You're such a beauty girl, Munchie. That's the annoying sounds when I move it like that. Okay, I was showing you the pictures of the snakes, and look at this page. A whole bunch of snakes. It's kind of fitting that little Munchie's here because she's my best snake catcher. Well, it's not a good thing to be good at, but she's a very good snake catcher. Munchie brings snakes in often, especially in the spring. I don't know how she finds them, but I take them, I catch them, and I take them outside, where she can't find them, hopefully. Brother, sister, flick your tongue and taste the flakes of autumn's sun. Use these last few hours of gold to travel toward the cold. Before your coils grow stiff and dull, your heartbeat slows to winter's lull. Seek the sink of sheltered stones that safely cradle sleeping bones. Brother, sister, find the ways back to the deep and tranquil bays, and round each other twist and fold to weave a heavy cloak of cold. It looks like these snakes are traveling to a central spot, and this is the central spot by the looks of it. I have no idea how snakes winter. I'm about to read this section on snakes. And this book is good. It teaches us things besides these great poems. That was a good poem. Snakes, like other reptiles, are ectothermic, outwardly heated, with no constant inner temperature. Interesting. They bask in the sun to warm themselves, and in cold weather they become sluggish. Before autumn's warmth turns to winter, They must find a protected place to hibernate, or they will freeze to death. Garter snakes often hibernate, or brumate, as it is called in reptiles, in large groups, choosing underground tunnels, rocks, or caves below the frost line where the temperature is cool but not freezing. Most return to the same hibernaculum year after year, using their tongues to smell their way along age-old paths. In Manitoba, Canada, scientists have discovered hibernaculums that host up to 20,000 garter snakes. Garter snakes is the kind we have in our yard, too. While brumating, snakes neither eat nor drink. Their breathing and heart rate slow down and their blood thickens. They spend the winter in a communal mass of motionless bodies waiting for warmth. I did not know that. That is fascinating and beautiful. Look at this. That's how they survive. And then in the spring, when it gets warm, they'll come back to sort of non-hibernating state, and they'll go out and start moving around being snakes. That was good. I'm going to read it one more time. It's a short poem, and I forgot to tell you the title. It's called Snake's Lullaby. Brother, sister, flick your tongue and taste the flakes of autumn sun. Use these last few hours of gold to travel, travel toward the cold. Before your coils grow stiff and dull, your heartbeat slows to winter's lull. Seek the sink of sheltered stones that safely cradle sleeping bones. Brother, sister, find the ways back to the deep and tranquil bays, and round each other twist and fold to weave a heavy cloak of cold. I like that poem a lot. It's only 6 short stanzas, but it is good. Brother, sister, flick your tongue and taste the flakes of autumn sun. You see, there's choices that writers make. They choose the words, and they choose from an almost infinite seeming supply of words and combinations. So the way they choose the words and combinations is what makes the art and the sort of power and the beauty and the majesty and the meaning. And so when you look at a piece of writing, especially a good one, or even one that's not good, you see the choices the writer makes from the other choices that he kind of chose that stand out because they're the ones that are on the page now, because they're the ones that he chose. So, for instance, how could he begin a poem about snakes when he's talking to the snakes? Snakes, or hey dudes, or whatever. No, he said, brother, sister, flick your tongue and taste the flakes of autumn sun. Now, if you didn't know that was a poem about a snake, you'd start to think it was a poem about snakes, the flicking tongue. What other animals flick their tongue? Not as many. Starts narrowing it down. Use these last few hours of gold. See? In 7 words, you know it's autumn. You know it's near the end of autumn. You know the writer is seeing and bringing to us the beauty of autumn. Gold. Gold. It's not only the colors, it's also a word that means something very precious. 7 words, 7 short words, 7 one-syllable word. Use these last few hours of gold. You see that? You see that? So I will tell you, there are a lot of kinds of art that we are going to explore, you and I. Music, painting, drawing, all kinds of things. But writing is one of them. Because look what you can do with 7 words. 7 words. One-syllable words. See, and the writer would have spent a while with this. It didn't come into his head this way. He worked at it, worked at it, worked at it. There's a famous poet. I might get it wrong. I don't remember. I think it was Yeats. It might have been Auden, but I think it was Yeats. I think he spent something like 20 or 25 years on a poem, short poem. And someone said, "Why did it take you so long?" And he said, "I was looking for the right word." See? I was looking for the right word. Yeah. Excuse me. The second part of that stanza that began, "Use these last few hours of gold to travel, travel toward the cold." Now he repeats travel. Why? Because it's not a short distance. And he doesn't say move or go to. He says travel, which indicates it's a long distance, especially for a snake. To travel, travel toward the cold. Now, often when you read about animals in winter, they're going someplace warm. They're traveling to the cold. And he uses cold a few times in here. Well, twice. The very last word is cold. We'll get to that. Before your coils grow stiff and dull, your heartbeat slows to winter's lull. Now, lull is a good word. Don't hear it often. 4 letters. Actually 2. One of them used 3 times. But it's perfect. And it rhymes with dull. But they're both perfect even if they didn't rhyme. Before your coils grow stiff and dull. You feel the cold in that word. Stiff and dull. Those aren't 2 words that go together necessarily. It's not like they're a pair. I love to do that when I write, is pick words where they're not, the 2 or 3 don't go together. So when you put them together, you're saying something. For example, tired and, well, no, that's tired and weary. 2 different words, slightly different, but they kind of go together. Tired and hungry, 2 different things. So you see you're getting the 2 things. Tired and sad, 2 different things. So stiff and dull, they don't go together. So they're giving us 2 different images 2 different words that convey this. Stiff and dull. Dull. Why dull? But that is winter. The colors aren't vibrant. The bodies aren't vibrant. And if you're sort of, well, first of all, if he freezes to death, that's more than dull. It's the opposite of lively. Anyway, very good. Before your coils grow stiff and dull, your heartbeat slows to winter lull. Seek the sink of sheltered stones. Oh my God, that's perfect. That's beautiful. Seek the sink of sheltered stones. I mean, your ears explode at how nice that sounds. And again, all 1 syllable except for sheltered, which is 2 syllables. You see, that's art. That's art. That's craft. So before your coils grow stiff and dull, before your heartbeat slows to winter's lull, seek the sink of sheltered stones. I'm like exploding at how good that is. Seek, great word. Not look for, seek. It's more than look for. It's seek. It's deeper. The sink, and this is a different use of sink, but it is. It's like you can picture like a sunken place of sheltered stones. Exactly. These guys don't have houses to go into. They don't have heating. They don't even always have a warm spot under a porch or something. Where a warm spot under a porch is where other animals could get to. And when they're hungry in winter, there's a pile of snakes. Uh-oh, for the snakes. So they're a sink of sheltered stones. So you picture that, the stones, and that's where they go. That safely cradle sleeping bones. Perfect, cradle. Better than, it says more. A cradle is a sheltering place for a baby. It's what we do, we cradle. It's a verb, we cradle something in our arms. We hold it in a curve, kind of like the curve is, and then sleeping bones. So this is for the snakes, but also for us. We know what it's like to be cold and cradled in our beds or in a warm spot when we're sleeping. Brother, sister, find the ways back to the deep and tranquil bays. Deep and tranquil. Again, two words that don't go together, so when you put them together, you're conveying something. And bays, not a common word, short word, rhymes perfect. And round each other twist and fold to weave a heavy cloak of cold. It's interesting, see, because you figure they're going for warmth, but it's a cloak of cold. It's winter. They're cold. That's why they're sort of slow down their body. Great poem. Snake's Lullaby. Who are these by? Joyce, Sidman, and Rick Allen. Whoa, I've gone on a long time. Those are two great poems for the morning. I hope you're having a splendid day. We'll read more, I promise you. And meanwhile, bye snakes, bye moose, and bye little Isaac. I love you so much, sweetie pie. Oh, and here's Munchie saying goodbye too. Okay, Munchie, 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 Munchie. Our poem and book reading companion. Did you hear her meow? Did you hear her say, yes, indeed? I love you so much, sweetie. Have a great day. Bye-bye.